Welcome to our YouTube channel dedicated to exploring the latest insights and opportunities in the world of finance and investments, with a special focus on currency revaluation, gold and silver investments, cryptocurrency, and make money online opportunities, and more. If you're interested in staying up to date on the latest developments in currency revaluation, particularly the Iraqi Dinar and other currencies, best to subscribe to this channel. Please note that the content on this YouTube channel is for informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. We are not licensed financial advisors, and the opinions expressed on this channel are based on our own research and personal experience. We strongly recommend that you do your own research and consult with a licensed financial advisor. Also, just before we go any further, this channel has a weekly giveaway of 100 Dogecoin. To enter, all you have to do is be subscribed to this channel, like this video, and watch this video until the end, because if you don't, you will be automatically disqualified from the giveaway. We will be sharing the random hashtag keyword daily somewhere in the video, and then comment hashtag the keyword with no spaces in between in the comment section. Good luck! Now, let's proceed with the latest Iraqi Dinar news and intel today. Please take these information with a grain of salt, and please make sure to do your own due diligence. We're seeing some seriously interesting developments. The Central Bank of Iraq just made a bold move by removing payment restrictions, potentially unlocking free-flowing international transactions. Meanwhile, the World Bank has dropped nearly $1 billion into Iraq's infrastructure, something they wouldn't do unless Iraq was truly stable and ready. And let's not ignore those strange currency rate shifts on Forex. Was it a glitch or a quiet test? Add to that trusted global advisors saying Iraq is ready for the big stage. And yeah, it's hard not to pay attention right now. There's more going on beneath the surface than most people realize. If you want to understand how these puzzle pieces might be leading us to a major financial shift, maybe even an RV or RI, you'll want to stick around for the full breakdown. Don't miss what could be the turning point. From Intel Guru, Frank 26, Iraq Boots on the Ground report from Firefly, Saleh is on TV and he says, "We are stable and strong and we have price discipline and we have 3 reasons for it." From Frank, 1310 is not price discipline because it fluctuates and it's bouncing all over the place. The new exchange rate is the #1 reason. That's what he's talking about. A new exchange rate requires this conversion. From Newshound Guru Militia Man, if this turmoil was to be a problem, then why in the world would the World Bank just pay up just about $1 billion for the country of Iraq? They probably wouldn't. From Newshound Guru Claire, article, "The IMF mission commends the Central Bank of Iraq." Quote, "The CBI has made progress in absorbing excess liquidity by increasing the issuance of short-term debt instruments, adjusting subscription limits for banks in CBI auctions, and improving liquidity forecasting tools and practices. This development has contributed to enhancing banks' compliance with international transparency requirements, such as OFAC regulations and others, and improving their relationships with global correspondent banks. This step has resulted in narrowing the gap between the official dollar price and its parallel price, indicating relative success in curbing illegal speculation and reducing currency leakage." Iraqi banking friend Aki update. Question: do you feel Alak will give us the new exchange rate this month or at least in this quarter? From Aki, "This is what I have heard. This is not going to be given to you as a fact. You know what I do? Manage a bank. You know where I'm at, Dearborn, Michigan. I have heard this will be all done by the end of the 2nd quarter or at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. From Newshound Guru Sandy Ingram, "Our opinion, Iraq is being pushed into qualifying for Forex participation status due to the slow pace at which Iraq can access its dollars at the Federal Reserve Bank, largely because certain banking restrictions are not in place." From Intel Guru Frank 26, Iraq Boots on the Ground report from Firefly, "World Bank on TV News funds with us $930 million to update our railroad system. This is amazing. Sudani is doing interviews saying the private sector is the key to meeting local market needs." From Newshound guru Pimpy. Article: Kurdistan directs banks to halt financial disbursements for 2 months. Nothing officially has come out, but this is something they would do when they go to redenominate. I don't want you to get too far ahead and count your chickens before they hatch, but it is a pretty good indicator that it's possible these suspensions are Iraq preparing for redenomination. Nothing out there says that officially, but this is an action that's taken right before redenomination. There's some big things coming economically. They have to be ready for it. Is Iraq making that push now? Are they going to redenominate now so they are better prepared for the big economic boom that's going to take place once these new railways, highways, your ways, my ways take place, and Iraq sees one of the biggest economic booms to ever hit the country? From Newshound guru Militia Man. Article: World Bank approves $930 million in financing for Iraq. Why in the world would they be loaning just under $1 billion if there was no security, stability, no effort of sustainability? They wouldn't. They wouldn't do that. From Newshound guru Samson. Article: The World Bank approves $930 million in financing for Iraq. From Newshound Intel guru Mountain Goat. The list of organizations that have been working with Iraq in all aspects of the reforms are professional organizations, the same ones that helped Russia through the process of their reforms after the Soviet Union fell apart. They are telling us that Iraq is ready for their next step, a global rollout. From Newshound guru Claire. Article: Pezeshkian. We are ready to cooperate to promote peace in the region. Quote: Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian affirmed on Wednesday his country's readiness to cooperate to promote peace in the region. We support a nuclear-free zone and a zone free of weapons of mass destruction. Before ending with the last updates, the hashtag keyword for the 100 Dogecoin giveaway is readiness. Comment below if you think we are close to the revaluation or the reinstatement of the dinar. You can be the lucky winner if you like, subscribe, and watch the main content of this video. This will be for this coming Sunday's giveaway, and the winner will be announced in one of the Sunday's videos, so you do not want to miss it. From Intel guru Frank26, Iraq Boots on the Ground report from Firefly. Mr. Sammy told me the CBI is lifting payment restrictions. From Frank. From Firefly. No more payment limits. This was in place to help against money laundering against Iran. It helped to keep everything safe. The transactions were being protected, but now the transactions will be easier to facilitate. This is great news for monetary reform. That means companies and investors can now invest easier with Iraq, and our citizens can send and receive money easier outside of Iraq. This gives us green light for international transactions. Mr. Sammy says movements like this would be right before a change in our rate. From Frank, there's no limit now. That means there's no limit for the float. From Intel Newshound guru Mark Z via PDK, bond folks have suddenly seen meetings speeded up, coupled with new rates showing up on currency sites Tuesday night, specifically on the Iraqi Dinar. They fluctuated from 722 to roughly $1 or parity of a 1-to-1. No one knows the date and rate, so stay calm. But things are certainly interesting. And finally, the last update is from Intel guru Bruce via Wiser Now. Every major source, 4 that have come in, they are saying they expect things to happen starting Thursday. All our currencies back up on the screens. We are in favor of redemption centers because the rates will be better for us, and we've got the contract rate available to us on the Iraqi Dinar, and last time we looked it was mid-90s. We're golden. We really are. We're all set. Let's take a step back and look at the full picture based on the latest developments, because in my opinion, these aren't just routine financial headlines. They're signposts that Iraq is positioning itself for a major monetary shift. Starting with Claire's update, this one is a game changer. The IMF has officially commended the Central Bank of Iraq for its work, and that is not just a polite gesture. The article points out that Iraq has taken major steps to absorb excess liquidity in the market by issuing short-term debt instruments, refining their banking auction system, and using forecasting tools to better control inflation. Why does that matter? Because controlling inflation and tightening the money supply are critical prerequisites for introducing a new exchange rate. You can't drop 3 zeros or float a currency unless the system can withstand the shock. This IMF praise tells us that Iraq is passing those stress tests. But it doesn't stop there. This same report highlighted how the CBI is now in greater compliance with OFAC, which governs U.S. financial sanctions, and is improving its relationships with international correspondent banks. These relationships are essential for Iraq to function in global transactions, settle trades, and stabilize its financial standing. Most importantly, it shows that Iraq is getting closer to Article 8 compliance, the IMF's benchmark for full currency convertibility. In plain terms, Iraq is finally doing what it needs to go international with the dinar. Then there's what Militia Man brought forward, and this one adds serious weight to the discussion. The World Bank has approved a $930 million financing package for Iraq. Think about it. The World Bank doesn't throw around nearly $1 billion unless there's security, governance, and a realistic repayment strategy in place. You only get funding like that when your books are transparent and your economic outlook is solid. And the timing? Perfectly aligned with all these reforms. This move screams international confidence in Iraq's trajectory, and to me it adds to the growing case for a possible exchange rate adjustment. Now here's where my own research fits in. The IMF report mentioned that Iraq has narrowed the gap between the official exchange rate, 1320 IQD USD, and the parallel market rate, which is something we've all been watching closely. That gap, often called the dollar spread, is a key metric of how much confidence exists in the currency. Shrinking that spread is an incredibly positive sign. It means Iraq is gaining control over its own monetary levers. Another green light for rate reform. Combine that with the fact that Iraq is reducing its reliance on cash, improving electronic payment systems, and opening new channels for international investment, and what you're seeing is a nation preparing for a serious economic leap. So here's my final analysis. In my opinion, all of these steps, from IMF approval to World Bank funding, from inflation control to international banking compliance, point to one undeniable truth. Iraq is laying the foundation for a reinstated or revalued currency. These aren't feel-good stories. These are real-world signals that Iraq is aligning itself with global financial systems and preparing to move forward. We're not just speculating anymore. We're watching a structured, well-managed process that could very well lead to the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's keep watching, because I think things are going to accelerate from here. That's all for the latest updates on the Iraqi Dinar. What are your thoughts of all the articles or news coming from Iraq and opinions from these intel providers? Furthermore, we posted a breaking analysis the other day. Iraq just made a major move toward joining the World Trade Organization by completing comprehensive technical responses, an essential step that signals a shift toward full international integration. While this might seem like a routine headline, it's actually one of the strongest signs that Iraq could be preparing to move off the program rate and take the dinar global. In this video, I broke down how this development ties directly into the RVRI process, how it connects with IMF Article 8 compliance, and why this moment could indicate the beginning of the end for the 1300 rate. If you've been watching for the clues and waiting for confirmation that Iraq is ready, this is the update you don't want to overlook. Most people will miss the significance until it's too late. Lastly, we will continue to post videos about the recent events and articles supporting the changes taking place in Iraq, so you don't want to miss them. Also, don't forget, please drop a comment below with hashtag and the keyword, and let us know what you think. If you like this content and like to support this channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you get notified when new videos are uploaded. See you on the next one.